Hello, and welcome to Select 10. In today's video, we'll rank the top 10 best Amazon Prime web series of 2023. This carefully picked selection is a gateway to the most enjoyable entertainment available on Amazon Prime, ranging from highly enjoyable series that took the world of streaming by surprise to compelling science fiction and action shows. So get some popcorn and get ready to indulge in the very best that Amazon Prime has offered in 2023. Now let's start the video. Number 10. The Horror of Dolores Roach. It is a dark comedy horror series based on the podcast of the same name. The plot of the show centers on Dolores Roach, a woman who, after completing a term in jail, goes to her former New York City community, makes an effort to start all over, and finds herself back in the company of an old friend, Luis, who allows her to conduct her business as a masseur in the cellar beneath his snack restaurant. Her new career, however, brings about unanticipated chaos when she is caught up in a string of unsettling occurrences surrounding odd deaths. Her past, her job as a masseuse, and the restaurant form an unsettling connection that is related to all the strange killings. The show's concept is crazy, let's say it's a cross between Dexter and Hannibal, but it's still a lot of fun to watch. It offers a frighteningly funny premise and an intriguing blend of humor and horror that manages to scare audiences while presenting an upbeat serial killer storyline and an outrageous horror comedy. Even though the plot struggled and defied logic in the last few episodes, it still delivered a lot of entertainment. Number 9. Class of 07. It is a comedy drama series created by Casey Anning. The drama centers on a post-apocalyptic storm that strikes amid an all-girls senior school's 10-year homecoming. The main storyline centers on a bunch of fellow students who must deal with their senior year tension while attempting to stay alive on the tiny island at the hilltop of their former university. The narrative may seem a little cheesy at first, but you'll be intrigued by the lingering mystery of what actually happened. The story gets quite amusing and moving as it progresses, but the serious portions are when it really peaks. The 8-episode series successfully balances the harsh facts of being trapped with a few gentle themes, while also including several intricate stories, scenes from the past, and an end-of-the-world situation. There are few plot holes, but the story has substance, offers some good gags, and has top-notch acting throughout the ensuing chaos. Also, the show is geared toward adults rather than teenagers, so don't mistake it for an ordinary teen show. Number 8. I'm a Virgo. It is a comedy drama miniseries created by Boots Riley. The main character of the story is 19-year-old Cootie, a 13-foot tall boy who was brought by his great-uncle Martis and Auntie Lafrancine. Through his early life, he remains hidden from the outer world until he is unintentionally found by a group of young boys. Enticed to venture outside and discover the world beyond, he flees to witness the splendor and paradoxes of the actual world, establishing friendships and discovering love as he maneuvers through challenging situations and meets the one he admires, the hero. The story becomes extremely dark and depressing as Cootie searches for his meaning in a universe that both scares and admires him. However, the show is heavily packed with humor and cleverly employs fantasy elements as it delves into the deep truths of its topic of discussion. The show's plot serves as the soul, bringing all the strange things together to create a uniquely delightful series that is among the most compelling in the past few years. If you want to witness a new and fresh story, give this some thought. Number 7. Gen V. It is a superhero action series developed by Craig Rosenberg, Evan Goldberg, and Eric Kripke. The show delves into the education and training of the new batch of superheroes and imagines a world where newborns were given a sinister substance called Compound V, created by the villainous corporation, Vought. The story centers on these youthful, driven individuals who must push their principles and physical abilities in order to succeed in battling for the school's much-desired top spot. The catch is that the person with the highest rank will have the opportunity to join the Seven, a major league superhero team. However, when the college's darkest secrets are revealed, the students' desire demands sacrifices, and they are forced to confront the kind of heroes they will or will not be. The show is intense, with bursts of violence and bloodshed, while the intriguing mystery and excellently written characters add to the plot's intrigue. The first season of Gen V upholds the outlandish qualities that the boys' show drew viewers to, including dark humor and brutal superhero action. It is a 2023 must-see show. Number 6. Jack Ryan, Season 4. The fourth was the last season of the show, and while it was good, it wasn't the best of the series. In the fourth season, Jack Ryan assumes the role of temporary deputy director of the CIA and unearths a scheme involving misconduct within the agency that has aided in the creation of the Triad, a global criminal organization. Over the course of the 6 episodes, Jack tries to identify those responsible and teams up with longtime ally James Greer to protect national security. The series' strong points include its fascinating development of characters, tricky story twists, and exciting action scenes that keep spectators on the edge of their seats. Although Season 4 wasn't particularly brilliant, it does a fantastic job of bringing the Jack Ryan history together and offers an exciting, action-packed story. Number 5. The Wheel of Time. Everything about the second season was better, especially the implementation of multiple plots and the action. Season 2 opens with the group divided and Moiraine in exile. Meanwhile, a few members of the group trains in the White Tower in order to become Aes Sedai, a being with the ability to control magical powers, while others have inexplicable dreams. These 2 storylines are filled with twists and turns that satisfy the audience's curiosity while keeping them in the dark about what's happening and generating suspense for the mind-blowing finale showdown. I can give you more details regarding Season 2, but I don't want to give away any surprises because they involve Dragon Reborn. Additionally, if you're unfamiliar with the show revolves around Dragon Reborn, a being who is destined with the mission to either rescue or end the universe. To tackle this, Moiraine, a member of a mystical organization, discovers information about teenage individuals and suspects one of them may be the Dragons Reborn. While a demonic entity known as the Dark One further complicates matters, the rest of the story follows their adventures as they become embroiled in discovering who the Dragon Reborn is. The Season 2 finale concludes the Horn of Valir storyline and sets the groundwork for Season 3, which will be based on a different book from the series. Make sure not to miss this if you enjoy stories about fantasy and adventure. Number 4. Invincible. It is an animated superhero series created by Robert Kirkman. Let's go over the basic plot of the series before talking about Season 2 so that new viewers will know what to expect. The series centers on Mark Grayson, a young man whose dad is Omni-Man, the strongest superhero on the entire planet. As Mark gains his own unique and extraordinary abilities, he trains under his father's supervision and learns that becoming a hero has a unique set of difficulties, including the rise of dangerous adversaries. The first 4 episodes of Season 2, Part 1, feature fresh characters and plotlines, as well as multiversal supervillain Angstrom Levy, while Mark learns that his dad Nolan may have been sheltering in the alien world Throxa. Things take a shift when the advanced alien race, the Viltrumites, tries to conquer Earth, which puts Mark in a difficult situation in Season 2. With the mid-season conclusion establishing Invincible Season 2, Part 2 will surely focus on Mark's need to figure out how he can protect his world from an approaching threat. In addition, a lot of the story remains, which makes Invincible Season 2, Part 2, really thrilling. Honorable mentions. Season 2 of Carnival Row. A very underappreciated series on Amazon Prime, ended unexpectedly. Season 2 was the final one. The second season observes investigator Philo and Vignet, a supernatural being, who are now operating against each other, with Philo pursuing what he can to repair the connections between human beings and the Fae, while Vignet takes command of the Black Raven, an evil group, and wages conflict, which ends with a somewhat fair ending, but leaves the story open for more exploration. The Griffin. The drama is centered around the legendary Black Tower, where the monster Griffin is known for ruthlessly taking over and enslaving every living thing for millennia. The primary focus is on Mark and his buddies as they search for Mark's sibling throughout this realm. Although the series starts off promisingly, it eventually devolves into a standard fantasy about disputes and family legacy. Still, if you enjoy fantasy, you should give it a try because it has a lot of good aspects as well. Number 3. Deadlock. It is a crime mystery series created by Kate McCartney and Kate McLennan. The show centers on investigator Eddie Redcliffe and senior officer Dulcie Collins as they investigate an increasing number of murders in the town. While Dulcie and Eddie hunt for a killer on the loose who takes males as his prey, they come across a variety of extremely uncomfortable situations. Over the course of the 8 episodes, there is laughter mixed in with the killing mystery, as each episode delves into what daily life looks like in a small town when murders begin to pile up. The drama keeps viewers wondering whenever fresh clues are discovered and sustains a compelling puzzle regardless the lengthy duration of each episode. The series has a lot of fun with suspects and suspense, even though the characters are decent. Overall, the show's grim nature is complemented by humor, intelligence, and mysteriousness, making it entertaining to watch. It is satisfactory if you enjoy murder mysteries and investigative dramas. Number 2. Reacher. One of the greatest action thrillers ever made and one of my favorite shows on Amazon Prime. The second season of the show was just as outstanding as the first, and the good news is that a third season has been ordered. The second season was based on Lee Child's thriller book, Bad Luck and Trouble. The plot centers on Jack Reacher, an ex-Army law enforcement professional, who gets back in touch with his previous squad after receiving a mysterious message from an old friend. As they look into the passing of their colleague, they discover a sophisticated plot including treachery, corruption, and a potentially deadly weapon system. As they go further, they are embroiled in a maze filled with violence and lies, which sets them up for a high-stakes conflict with strong enemies. The complex plot, a ton of action, and the engaging interactions between the well-developed characters are all masterfully presented to viewers throughout. You'll fall in love with this show from the first episode itself. Number 1. Good Omens. Season 2's central theme is about Archangel Gabriel, who shows up in Aziraphale's bookstore, completely unaware of who or what he is. All he believes is that Aziraphale will save his life. Aziraphale, frightened and confused by Gabriel's entrance, contacts Demon Crowley for assistance. Although it was difficult to top the impact of the first season, which centered on the idea of the end of the world, the second season's simple storyline makes for intriguing watching. In Season 1, we saw Angel Aziraphale and Demon Crowley joining forces to avoid Doomsday. The second season, on the other hand, takes a totally different approach, going further into the inner workings of Heaven's and Hell's forces, while the two attempt to hide Gabriel from cosmic groups and investigate who is pursuing Gabriel and why. Even though Good Omens 2 isn't quite as great as Season 1, it still tells a fantastic story with an interesting setup for the future third season. While the series has its merits, it is not without drawbacks. The suspense behind Gabriel's disappearance is inconsistently divided over the episodes, which reduces the enjoyment at times, but the performances of the main characters keep the plot interesting. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.